This is part 3 of a 4-part series of the evidence of Jesus' resurrection based upon the Shroud of Turin, the burial cloth of Jesus Christ of Nazareth. In this video, I'll introduce you to a Jewish man named Barry, who is a forensic scientist who was asked to join a team to study the Shroud of Turin to determine its authenticity. Barry, I'd like to ask you, what is the unique aspect of this piece of cloth?
It contains an image with physical properties unlike any other image I have ever seen, or anyone has ever seen. I have spent 32 years studying it. 32 years, half my life studying it. The man I worked with from Los Alamos called me again, and he said, "Barry, what do you know about the Shroud of Turin?" And I laughed. I said, "But I'm Jewish." And he said, "Me too." He was also Jewish. And he said, and explained to me that at that point a number of scientists had taken a photo of the shroud, and he said they were so amazed that this image has such properties, they were going to put together a team of scientists to see if they could get permission to go to Turin and examine the shroud to try and determine how this image was formed. I remember saying to one of the other team members, "What is a Jewish boy like me doing on this?" And he laughed and he said, "You forgot that the man on the shroud is Jewish?" And I said, "No, I know this, I know." And then he gave me the best advice, maybe, of my whole life. He said, "Barry, go to Turin, do the best job you can do. God doesn't tell us in advance what the plan is, but one day you'll know." And this was great advice. And that kept me on the team. I was going to quit. But because of his words, from God maybe, through his lips, I stayed on the team. So the image on the shroud is not just from contact, because it worked at a distance from the body. So the correlation of cloth to body distance yielded different densities of the image. So when we looked at it with the VP8, we saw the natural relief of a human form. Now, how do we make images like that? We cannot duplicate this. And this three-dimensional information is the only image in the world that has this property.
This image imprinted on the shroud was revealed in even more detailed relief in 2005, when it was transformed into a three-dimensional image.
The thing that stopped me from accepting the shroud as authentic for years, 18 years, the blood on the shroud is still red. Old blood should be black or brown. And no one could answer for 18 years, why is the blood on the shroud still red? And then in 1995, in a telephone conversation with Dr. Alan Adler, Jewish blood chemist, who proved, by the way, the blood on the shroud was blood, proved it. He and I were on the telephone just having a conversation. And then he told me something I'd never known before. When someone is tortured over an extended period of time, 24 hours, 36 hours, right around the time of Jesus' torture, the body goes into shock. Jesus was given no water, he was beaten, he was scourged. Consequently, he went into anaphylactic shock. After a period of time in this type of shock, the cell walls of the red blood cells begin to break down. And the liver floods the body, the bloodstream, with an enzyme called bilirubin. And when that happens, the blood stays red forever. And when I found that out, that was the last piece of the puzzle. And that pushed me over the threshold and allowed me to accept the shroud as authentic, because it gave me a scientific, credible answer to the last question I had.
It was the blood. It's always the blood. It's the blood of Jesus Christ, the sacred, pure blood of Jesus Christ, the Son of God, that changes the hearts of men and moves them in the direction of their Creator, their Father, the Most High God. Read this. The blood covenant was a permanent and unconditional covenant. That blood exists as a permanent reminder that Jesus Christ shed his blood to save you and me. It exists to absolutely declare that Jesus Christ is real, alive, and has risen from the grave to save you and me, and has the power over death. That is our hope. For the assurance of salvation, repeat Romans 10, verse 9 with me now. I declare with my mouth that Jesus is Lord, and believe in my heart that God raised him from the dead. And according to Romans 10, verse 10, I am saved. Thank you for watching this video. And remember, every Wednesday a new video comes out on this channel declaring the love of God through his Son Jesus Christ for you personally and the rest of the world. Remember to subscribe to this channel and share this with everyone. God bless you.